What up, y'all? We're about to get this thing going. Homies is on their way. Thank y'all for tuning in. And yeah, we're gonna get this thing going. Turn the microphone on. Boom. You can see what we on. You know what I'm saying? And gonna make this full screen. Bang. All right. Might do away with that. I don't know. We'll see. Waiting on Josh and Tony to pull up. Tony just comes late. That's kind of his thing. That's his thing right there. But appreciate y'all. Today we are viewing Daniel Caesar. Try to get a little closer for y'all, so y'all know what track we on at all times. Yeah. Sorry guys, I should have did this earlier, but I was trying to get everything else together, and I had another show, so it's a little bigger. There we go. That's better. All right, here go Joshy. Boom. What's up, Josh?
What's up, man? Sorry.
All good. We still waiting on Tony. You know,
Okay.
Tony responds, be like, "Yeah, man, cool," and then still be late. I'm like, Tony, just shut up, man.
Don't say no. But we didn't say anything. We made it a deal too. Are we live yet?
Yeah, we live.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I had this set, not set up, but like a little shooting space because I knew I was opening up the spot for something, and it turned into a whole thing. And they're like shooting something in the other room, so I'm like broke away. I had the mic out and everything. I was like, man, I'm about to make this little production. Nope, commandeered whole thing.
But, bro, I thought you were literally in tiny.
Oh yeah, bro. We live from DC, my boy. What's up? How you living? What's up, man?
Different, bro. He is different.
Man, I'm gonna need my charger. I'm hoping they finish up. That thing was supposed to be done at 12 o'clock, bro.
What studio are you at?
We're at the office. I'm gonna change the background. This is
okay. It's dope though. I like it.
I might keep it. But yeah, let me make sure that might be okay. Oh, let me pull up the Yeah, I think she's about to finish, so I don't know if she's gonna come in and say bye and stuff, but
it's all good. It's all good. We got a couple people in here anyway. Yeah, we got about 132 people. So appreciate y'all tuning in. I don't know what Tony Baker is, or he plan on coming through.
Yeah, man. Who knows with Tone? I'm sick of him, bro. Tone be living his own life on his own schedule. He's at the house, bro. He's not even nowhere. That's the thing. Not anywhere, man. You're not on tour. I wish I was. I get sad. I think about it a lot, actually.
Yeah, tour was fun.
Tour was a good time, man.
It was a good time, man. We had a good time. Well, man, we're gonna in a minute jump into this Daniel Caesar album.
Bro, I'm excited about this Daniel. Bro, that's the thing too. It's fair. I don't even want to call it an old album.
Yeah.
the timelessness alone of when you could literally just push play on it at any time.
Yeah.
Sounds like it just dropped.
Tone says internet tripping.
Sounds about right. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him that one.
Yeah. This internet is trash, and I don't know why he continues to try to act like it's not. Just
Yeah,
get
man.
rid of it.
It's simple, man. All you got to do is join that Spectrum internet. With Spectrum Wi-Fi's high
Wi-Fi?
speed.
What? Wi-Fi? Yes. It's rubbing off on everyone.
Is this what it feels like?
Yes. Yes. Welcome to my world. Trying to make it so this isn't so.
Big Venmo said, "Stop the roast attempts, corny AF." Man, get up out of here. Shut up. These are our friends, and we talk to them how we want. Call them a roast. How we normally. You should see our group chat. This is
my God, man! If our group chat ever got out in the public, Josh.
Oh my gosh, I'd be cooked.
He said
we would all be cooked.
Won't send. How is it won't send, Tony? I just sent it to Josh. He was able to do it.
Wait, what did he say? What won't send?
He said that link won't send. I'm like, Josh,
the whole link?
I don't know. I'm gonna forward it to him again, but I'm like, bro, this is the same link.
El mismo. That's what they say in my homeland.
Here we go, Tony Bacon, man. Just resent that. Y'all see we tried to start on time?
I was even a couple minutes late.
I'll be here, man. One of us is gonna be here though.
That's true.
We gonna be here, man. Tony might have to just jump in when he get in, so we can keep this going, man. Because I want to make sure I stick to this timeline and get people out there.
My bad, guys. They weren't talking about our roasting attempts. I think they were talking about it in the comments.
Oh.
Hey guys, I didn't mean that. What was the dude's name? I'm sorry. I'm a public. Big Vino. My bad, man. I didn't. I got a lot of differently directed emotions all the time, man. I'll be all over the place. I just see a comment, I reacted. You got to understand. I'm sorry. But I appreciate you moderating. Yeah,
man. I didn't realize how important moderators were until something happened yesterday in our Discord, and I was like, okay, yeah, let me go find some people to help out with this.
Yeah, man. Bro, our moderating community, we at least have like 3 to 5 of them through Kev stuff. They be on it, bro.
Yeah.
They be on it, man.
It makes a difference, bro. Because you can't be everywhere at all times. So
especially the ones that you can actually trust, like at least in our I think Kev's given like a an administrative role, whatever, and they can just go in, swoop, swoop, swoop. Be blocking stuff left and right. I don't know what that was. Swoop, swoop, swoop.
Can y'all see me?
We can't see you. We can hear you though.
Start video, bottom left.
All right. I had to use my phone for some reason. My laptop ain't doing nothing.
Man. You say you with Spectrum though, right?
No, I'm on AT&T.
Good. I was gonna say, don't you dare say anything otherwise. What's up, man? You see the shirt, Tom?
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're matching, man. Let's
go, man.
I feel left out. Somebody
sorry, man. I support my friends. It's crazy.
Man, appreciate
Josh,
that, John.
You walked into that, Tom, or to here.
Shut up, man.
He really did.
Shut up, Tony. Stop shaving your face.
You said what?
I said stop shaving your face.
That's funny.
You ain't got no hair right now. You like a thumb.
I got the cheers, man.
Nah, man. You like a fully recognized and realized thumb out here, bro.
I can't win with y'all. When I grew it out, y'all like, nah, you can't grow it out, man. And then I shaved it. Nah, you can't shave. What y'all want, man?
Man, just let the goatee grow. Just do a goatee.
Nah, man.
Sick of Tony, man. All right, well, man, let's jump right into this album, man. I always mess up the title of this. Tony, you say the title of it because I will mess it up every time.
Freudian?
Freudian. Yeah, Freudian. It is an amazing album. I would say a standout track that I like the most, but I really like the whole album, man. It is a cohesive project that really just meshes very well together. And I was excited when the album came out because I was hip to Daniel Caesar a couple years prior too, man. And I'm just, it sucks that people never get more than one first album because it always seems like that first album is the best.
What's that?
Tone, is that your headphones?
Wait, you hear feedback?
Well, I think it was when you just turned it on or something.
Sounds nice now though. Audio sounds A1.
Yeah. People trying to get me to say the word Freudian. Did I say it right? Freudian?
I think. I don't know. I don't even try, bro. It's like, oh yeah, that's that Daniel Caesar album. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Freudian. Oh, you just can't pick a different name. Anyway, man, let's jump into this, man. First track on the album is Get You, feature Cali, and it is amazing. So we're gonna jump right into this thing in
I'm
3,
excited.
2, 1. Hey man, I tell you what, there's no better way to open an album than like that, bro. That is
And
just clean, bro. It was clean. It's a timeless song. It ain't too nasty, so you don't feel weird playing it in front of like parents, aunties, kids, all that type of stuff, bro. It's a good song, bro.
that hook alone is wedding worthy, bro. That could be a wedding song. I mean, you got to edit some of the parts out. Don't get me wrong, but like, what I like about that song, though, what I like about that song too, though, especially with that Cali feature, is I said it in the comments. You almost forget that she's on the track until she comes in second part with the smooth vocals.
Yeah. You imagine your wife to be walking down the aisle and you're like, and when we're making love, she's like, oh shit. I mean, we ain't done nothing before we got married.
I mean, see this is white. You see this is white. This is still white.
Yo,
yeah.
I think this song is flawless, man. It's just that's how you open it. Like you say, that's how you open an album, man. You get right to it, smooth. Yeah. She compliments the song so well.
Yes.
Just creeps in the fourth quarter, like, yo, feel these vocals.
Yes, every piece of it.
Yeah, it's like this song is perfect, man. 5.
Yeah, man.
5, easy 5.
Hard 5.
Hard 5.
Hard 5.
Bold print 5.
Man. Drop shadow, bold print, like you said, 5.
One of the best R&B tracks in years, in my opinion.
And this was different. This was in a little shift in culture of R&B. 2017 was kind of like a culture reset in R&B. I think that's when Control came out. I think that's when by SZA, Her was starting to put music out, which leading into the next song.
Yeah.
But the sound, everything was kind of like flipped, you know. But anyway, that was my 2 cents, and I'm done with my thought.
I agree, man. I feel like this was a time where people got back to really singing. Because for a while we were getting a lot of auto-tune. We would get a lot of people doing a falsetto, and it was like singing, but it was over like 808 tracks and stuff like that. Daniel Caesar really brought us back to like singing, bro. Like, and just and being comfortable with it. Like, you don't need Daniel Caesar, and I'm not giving like it to just him, because like Her did the same thing. SZA's really good with it. Ari Lennox is really good with it. Like, but singing, like not depending on a track to carry you, but like really flexing your talent on there. So I'm excited about it. But Josh, you seem pretty excited about this next song, so I'm gonna let you lead us into this one.
Yeah. Up next, we got Best Part featuring Her, and this is probably one of my favorite R&B songs in the past 5 to 10 years. If I had to put a list together, this is definitely up there. So without further ado, we're about to start press and play on Best Part featuring Her in 3, 2,
Yeah. Yes. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Hard fives, man. Back to back.
Listen, bro. Who got that thing up?
Back to back.
Listen, bro. Is that Tony? Who got that thing up?
Back to back. Uh-oh. This is like Inception.
Is that Tony?
I don't know. How would it be me? What am I doing wrong here?
Are you watching it on your computer at the same time?
Yeah, but I got it muted. I thought. Is it how you hear now?
Testing.
Good now.
We're good now.
Good now.
Bro, you know what? It's when I hear two back-to-back dope songs like that, I get worried because I'm like, oh man, what's this follow-up gonna be? Because like that is dog, like you don't get that a lot. Like you don't get songs with follow-up bangers like that, especially in this day and age, bro. Like I feel like people are more inclined to like just get the project out than put quality on the project. And he did that shit, bro. He did that.
He put the bangers right up in the opening credits. It's like a movie. It's like an action movie. They come on mid-action scene, and then it kept going. It was like a double. It was a double action scene. It was like Bad Boys 2, only R&B. And what I like about Daniel Caesar, because a lot of R&B dudes nowadays, they be trying to be too hard. They be trying to be Thug McGee at the same time. I'm just like, just lay down in some rose petals and sing to these ladies, man. You ain't got to be hard all the time. Don't nobody want the thug mixture, dog. Put on a nice soft sweater and lay on your elbow and sing, dog. And that's what
lay on the elbows, like
one elbow.
If you love me, won't you say something?
No, one elbow.
Oh, if you love me, won't you?
R&B lean, like
that little.
like
I know what you're talking about.
Thriller.
If you love me, won't you say something?
Yeah, man.
If you love me, won't you? Listen, man. I tell how good a song is by how much shame I have singing it. I have no shame singing Daniel Caesar, loud and proud, off key, off beat, just loud. I shower sing Daniel Caesar loud in public. You understand? Because in the showers when you put your best concert on. That's your best performance. You naked, the water feels good. You don't care. Can't nobody hear you. I'm like that outside with Daniel Caesar. If you love me, won't you say something? In McDonald's. If you love me, won't you, sir? We're going to need you to step out.
I'll let you outside real quick, sir.
We'll bring your McFlurry to you, sir, but you got to step outside with the bullshit.
Please pull forward, sir. Please pull forward.
So, yeah, man, I think that was good. I'm always 5 for me. Best part is easy.
For sure, man. Like I said, out of excitement, hard 5, no questions asked. You did bring up a good point, though. After 2 songs like that, you're like, okay, man, there's no way I'm going to have that same feeling for 3 through 10. You know? And it like he sank those jumpers out the gate, man. And I think that's also, I think it's a good move, you know, because that draws you in. If the album's not too long, you know, it's a risk. You know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna press play on the third one, regardless if I knew what song it was or not.
Yeah, I agree, Josh. I agree. But so let's get into this third track. We got Hold Me Down by Daniel Caesar. Let's get it started in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, man, why do you start getting emotional after that beat switches up at the end?
Hey, man.
Was it just me? I started feeling this tingling sensation in the back of my eye. I sucked my eye back in.
It gets real personal, man. Daniel Caesar has a way of pulling it out of you, dog. The hardest.
Can you hold me down? Oh my gosh. I love the first half of that song too, because this is the first song where that beat really knocks for an R&B song, but it's still not overdone like with fake deep production and stuff. Because the first two songs, best part, at least there weren't drums until like the last 40 seconds of it, or the last 30 seconds of it.
Yeah.
And I really like that sound and that vibe that you get from it. But this Hold Me Down record, that first part before the switch up is the one where you could really start feeling the energy that's at least trying to come through the song. But man, that second part, all up in the comments, they were saying it too, man. You really get those old school gospel vibes because you start feeling that uplifted energy stir up, man. And it was good. Hard five, man. I'm going hard five, man.
Man, like switch ups are dangerous, bro, because they can either enhance it or completely ruin a great song. This one I think was good. I think it was a good way to definitely end it. I could have did with it if it was a interlude. Like I could have did that as a solid separate track. That's the only reason I won't give it a solid 5, because even though I like it, like I would run that back repeat, but I could do without that end point, like the end point, because it will tug at the heartstrings. And if you listen to that while you cleaning, that second part, that'll make you like sit down like, man, Tasha in 6th grade, man, she was a good girl. I really should have gave that a second chance.
What is Tasha doing? Look into the Facebook.
Let me see if I can find her on the Book of Faces. It'll switch it up for you, man. And what's his name? Somebody has said my exact thoughts. Damn it. His last name was like Hodani or something like that. But he was like, man, that he basically was agreeing with me how the first album be so fire, and we should brainwash artists to make them think that second album was their first album. I say, don't give them none of the money from the first album and make them get it all on the second album, so they still are hungry make a dope second album. Because this album was just French chef kiss, all the way. What about you, Tony?
Tony, what do you think? And what would you rate it?
Oh, thank you for asking this time. I like the first half a lot better. I wasn't crazy about the switch up. It was cool, but I like to hear said I prefer it as a separate interlude than just a part of the track. It just didn't really flow that well to me. And it was a long pause in the switch up. So it was just like, all right. And I wasn't really that moved by it in the second half. But that first half was a vibe. I was like, yeah, I like this, man. But yeah, I just felt like the switch was unnecessary. And so, but I'm giving, on the strength of the first half, I'm giving it a 4, solid 4.
Okay, I would give it a 4 too. It looks like Tay Haynes gave it a 4, LaShawn gave it a 5, Gabriel gave it a 5, Yucko gave it a 4.5, Brenda gave it a 4.5, Steven gave it a 4.5. A lot of 4.5s. It seems like we all kind of on the same vibe. However, Aries gave it a 3.5. Damn, Aries, he hurt you like that? She didn't want no parts of that. Tiffany P gave it a 4. Sin Watt 2000 4.5, Nikki a 4, Jerome a 4, and Absent Good a 4.5. And a lot more it was Arseni who we had the same idea for that first album. I'm with you, bro. So a lot of 4s, a lot of 4.5s, and then Sherry Starr gave it a 3. She's just being unreasonable at this point. She gave it a 3. Let's not be that.
She's tough crowd. Tough crowd. We got a tough crowd.
Okay, man. Well, let's go to this next round. Next song is New Roses.
Next song.
Next song. Josh, you gonna do that? What you did this morning?
¿Qué dice? Sorry, no speaking.
Tony,
going to the next round, guys.
Kiss my ass, Tony. Okay. New Roses, Transgressor song. This is starting in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Now here's the thing for me. I feel like the ending, the previous song, could have went on New Roses perfectly. Like that could have all rolled together perfectly. And I get it from like a musician's mindset. If they're gonna let the whole album play all the way through, then it all meshes well, right? However, if you like as a musician, you also have to think about how people are going to digest this. People are gonna listen to it all the way through, and then we're gonna find our favorite songs. So I think that second half would have been so much better on New Roses because it all flowed together very well. Like it was a complete change of vibe from the beginning of that song. I think that would have worked well, and that would have gave me the opportunity to give the previous song a 5 and give this one a 5 as well. But I'm definitely gonna give this one a 5 because I think it was a great way to slow things down and bring it back to like a standing still place and make you appreciate the music with that one. So I'm all in for that one. All in on that one.
I'm gonna give this. Oh, go ahead, Tone. Please excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't ever want to interrupt or cut you off or not let you answer with the number again. Please.
It was a long pause, so I just dove in. The beginning of this song reminded me of a Boys to Men track with just female vocals all over that thing. And how come we didn't get who was featuring on the track? I don't like it when people don't put who's all involved in the song title.
Yeah, I feel like they do that when a person isn't big, but it's like, well, how do they ever get big if you don't give them that credit? I've always felt like that.
Exactly, man. I want to know who that was on the harmonies like that. It put me in like a Boys to Men space, which I appreciated. And I liked it. It was like hypnotic in a sense. Not exactly like, oh man, I got to hear that again, but a nice little put on right there.
Yeah.
And then when it switched up, I was like, oh, we doing something. It put me in the mind of like a voodoo track from D'Angelo album, the way that bass was going. But it's the weakest song so far, in my opinion, and I'm leaning towards like a 3.5. It was good, but you know, it's not calling me to play it again like the other tracks.
Right.
I'm gonna give this one a hard 4 because I feel like kind of what Tahir was saying, the first half would have fit well somewhere else. You know, that second, I mean, it was strong. Anytime you pay homage to who I'm checking in. I'm gonna give it a shot regardless of what it is. It's a great vibe. I like the switch up. I like the funkiness at the end. I feel like he took a risk in the sound instead of just doing like a breakdown type of boom bap. You know what I mean? So that being said, I'm gonna give this one a hard 4. I like the song though. I just don't know. It's not the first one I'm gonna go back and replay.
Yeah, I feel you on that. What did I say? Did I give it a 5? I didn't rate it yet.
You gave it a 5?
I didn't. I definitely didn't mean to. If I said 5, I definitely meant 4 on this one. This was one of those songs that was really good. I enjoyed the vocals on it, but it probably won't be something that would like when I think of his album. This isn't one of my go-to tracks. I don't immediately attach to this one right here. So, but it's still a good song. It's still a good song. We're still on our way to a great album from Daniel Caesar. So, definitely give a 4 on this one. So we getting on to the next track. Next track is called Loose. We are going through this Daniel Caesar album. So if you guys are doing it with us, some people are still popping in like, well, what's going on? I don't hear what's going on. We can't play it because of rights and copyright and all of that type of stuff. But you can download it and listen to it. So we are getting on to the next track. It's called Loose, and we're starting that in 3, 2, 1. Man. What you got, Tony? Because I know you're finna say something.
Oh yeah. Now that the first half of this track, it was too much going on sonically in the background. It was a constant like hum and tone that I just wasn't feeling. And then it built up in the background, and his vocals did no build up with the background. It was just he stayed at the same pitch and tone while they built up the instruments in the back for no reason. I feel like, and it was just too much going on. And then the way he was singing it, it just didn't bring me in. And then when they switched to the second half, this was probably my favorite second half switch so far because I like that dusty piano in the back.
Yeah.
I like that a lot actually. And it felt like it was raining a little bit too. So I was like, yeah, that took me somewhere sonically. But that first half wasn't doing it for me, man. I'm gonna probably give this track a 3.
Yeah, I feel you. What about you, Josh?
I'm gonna give this a 3.5 because I like the second half of it. The second half, I like listening to lo-fi at night, like some lo-fi beats, that chilled cow playlist on YouTube. I let that thing run.
Yeah.
And that's the vibe I kind of got from this too. And I kind of like when you feel like you're in a room because you kind of heard like a little bit of rain, if that's what it was, with the piano, with people walking around, with a little conversation. I like the energy from it, but I'm not necessarily going to just let that play through because that was just I'm not going to replay that necessarily because that was a sub part of a song in its fullness. But I mean, cut that girl loose. I heard that loud and clear, and that struck its own emotions in itself. So like I enjoyed the song.
Yeah.
But replay value is huge for me. So I don't know if I can give it more than a 3.5. So I'm 3.5.
I agree with you on Josh. It's definitely on the rating. For me, there are times where, and it's more so probably on the overall rating. I have to take into consideration that they want us to have a favorite song off of this, but for them, this is a whole project. Like this feels like a journey. This feels like he's explaining, maybe his latter teen years love life or his early 20 years love life. And I had to remind myself of that to not be so judgmental on it because even though it wasn't my favorite track on there, I still appreciate it. Like it definitely slowed it down to like, you could tell the direction of the album is about to change in a minute, but like, we started off on a different vibe and now we're kind of on a lower vibe. So I'm expecting within the next song or two that it's going to switch again. And I like that an album can suck me in and make me want to go on that ride with him. Again, like I said, it wasn't my favorite track, but I definitely appreciate where he's taking us on this trip. So I would give it a 3.5 again. I appreciate a good switch up, but I don't think we need it on every track. Like that's one of my things. Like, just give me the music, bro. Like, or make it individual tracks, but I don't feel like every track just like, oh, by the way, oh, did you know this? It's like, man, just stop, bro. But I get it. Like, switch ups are a great way to mesh a project together. If you have a number of tracks and you want everything to go on there, you take the best part of this song, put the best part of that song, put it together. It's like, okay, now it's one track. So I get that part right there.
And I think it's interesting, just piggybacking off that real quick. In the process of making music, there's so many songs that don't ever make an album, right? So I wonder if there's ever a point where like, you know what, this could fit the vibe of this, but I don't know where it lands. Maybe that's where a switch up goes.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think it's always the best idea, especially, and to be fair though, how we listen to these albums, we break in between. And for me, if I start getting into an album, I'm letting that whole thing play through with no skips. So you feel the energy go right into the next one. So even like that last song, how we said, how it started with maybe the switch up of 2 songs ago, how those could have blended together. Sometimes you get like that seamless transition through an energy where I can be like, okay, I in retrospect, if we didn't stop and talk about it for 5 minutes ish, I could see how that fits. So for like the overall ambiance, I remember even playing this through the first couple of times, and you feel immersed in it. You feel like drawn into the emotion, especially like starting to hit those early emotions as a kid that you were talking about. In the middle of an album, you're like, oh, I'm in this. Like I'm triggered by whatever is trying to be translated through this.
Absolutely. And that's just like what I was saying, man, like the whole cohesiveness of the project That's the trip, and we are stopping to like talk about each song, and that kind of breaks up the momentum that he's building on the album. But it gives us a chance to express our adoration for each track too, and kind of give our feelings toward it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as I'm listening to this, I'm like, right after this, I'm like, man, since this show's over, I don't know why, but I want to listen to Anita Baker. Like, it's giving me those type of wholesome and full fed vibes. Like, I just feel whole after this album. I'm like, I want more to feed this need and this want. So I would go straight to Anita after this album. But we're gonna move on to the next track. Let's get on to We Find Love. And listen, real quick, guys, definitely appreciate everybody donating in the super chat. Thank you guys so much for that. But just to let you know, if you guys want the money to go directly to us, please use the Cash App, because the super chat one, it doesn't come out right away. It's like a month later, which isn't a big deal. But YouTube takes 30% of the super chat. So I'm not going to take it down, because I definitely appreciate people giving however they can. Some people might not have Cash App, but if you really want to bless the guys or me, just hit them up on the Cash App. Tony, make sure you change your Cash App, or I can change it for you. But that's just a way to get it directly to the artist or to the talent, is to Cash App.
Kev said, yeah, but I want to be seen.
Well, Kev, do you. Kev, do you, baby. You do you, baby boy. Do you. So, yeah, YouTube definitely takes 30% out of the super chat, guys. So somebody makes $1,000, they only get 700, because it's just, it is
30%. That's a lot, man.
That is income tax. That's legit 30%. I put that away for taxes every year, man. And shout out to Senwa 2000, bro. He also matched Kev's.
Yeah, shout out to that. So
crazy, man.
Yeah, but yeah, Kev, it's a real thing. All right, so let's move on to We Find Love. This is one of my favorite tracks on the album. And we're gonna get this thing started in 3, 2, 1.
Man.
Yes. Yes. I just want to ring the sentiments that you guys have been saying, and a lot of people in the chat have been saying it. The church choir vibes, the church vibes. I feel like it rings no truer on this song, not just because of the harmony, but also like the tambourine in the back there, like that ching. I don't know why, but a tambourine will only make me think of church, man. And like, cause like going to church, like that was an instrument. So when somebody can incorporate a tambourine in a song and it not make you like, it's not a gospel song, but it still goes very well on that, man. I totally appreciate that. Big fan. Big team.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I don't know what Josh got going back there, but I'm a big fan of a well-used piano. I was just like, I noticed the keys right out the gate, and I was just like, yo, this piano's real nice. And I respect the fact that they just kept it one song, no switch ups. And it was a nice little subtle build up, but it still flowed within the track of the song. Daniel upped the vocals a little bit on this one. He compliments a female backing vocal so dope that it's just a great energy. And so I'm giving this one a solid 4, bold print.
I'm gonna give this one I'm torn, man, because I love keys, and every time there's a gospel type of choir vibe to it, without it doing too much, without production coming in with like a crazy beat or whatnot. What's going on over there, man? You good?
Yeah, that's probably somebody dropping off something.
Oh, man,
somebody come grab.
I didn't even know you had a dog. Anyway. But I like the feel that I like the emotion that he's able to draw through his music, through his sound, through his singing. Like Tone said, he complements vocals very well. It never sounds like one's competing with the other. Everything pairs very well, at least in this song. I'm gonna replay this one. I love that energy that you feel from it, especially at the end. 4.5. I'm gonna give this one a 4.5.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely go with a 4.5 on that one too, Joshy, just because it definitely has amazing replay value. And like I said, that I'm a fan of the tambourine, so I got to go with the 4.5 on that one too.
I really like that piano melody though. Like it keeps playing over and over in my head right now. And so I feel like this track is him because for me on my ratings, he kind of went down for the past 2 tracks, and then this is a build up to the earlier parts of the album. So now we back in it for me.
All right. Well, I can go with that. So we're gonna go on to the next track. It's called Blessed. We are still on Daniel Caesar's album, man. If you just topping in, go ahead and download it and let's get it going. Shout out real quick to Shannon Thompson. She sent me a donation, but the way she did it was like the no admitting sign, the ear, and then the emoji with the party theme, the silent listening party. I like how you did that, Shannon. Don't be surprised if your boy still left for our logo. So we're gonna get on to this next track in 3, 2, 1.
Take me to church, man.
Tony Baker's soul is trash, man. That ending on that song is everything.
He was here.
Bro. Yeah, Tony the whole time.
What does this comment say?
I wasn't feeling it until the switch up.
Okay.
The switch that was the best switch up of the album so far. It helped the song, it benefited it. It was just the song before that, it was just boring to me, man. Like, you know, and I'm not a real ballad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like those real slow ballady types where it's a lot of wordplay in it and it's real slow. I'm not really that guy when it comes to songs like that. And so even though what he was saying was, oh man, this wedding right here, I was just like, yeah, but it's kind of boring. And so, and then somebody, Catherine in the comment section was like, Tony doesn't like slow R&B. No, I do, because Sade is very slow and she's my favorite. And even
I love Sade, man. She's the best female gospel. She's best female R&B singer alive right now, man. It's crazy.
God rest her soul, right?
Hey, God rest her soul.
Who said that, man? Y'all crazy, man.
God rest her soul.
God rest her soul.
Oh, crazy, man. What, mom? Hold on real quick, guys. We'll be back.
Yeah. Go scramble that up. And best part is super slow, and I gave that a 5. So it just depends on, you know, there's other factors at play. But I wasn't feeling that song until the end.
Yeah. I think the ending for me is what bumps it up for me. Like I like slow ballads that I can connect to. Like I don't like certain ballads. I can't think of anyone right now that does it a lot, but like Daniel's ballads for me, I really connect to. But I get Tony, like I get not liking certain ballads or liking slow ballads, but I enjoy watching someone like build on a track, grow it, and watch the crescendo, and then like really being drawn into it, and then that ending. Like I wish the I'm coming back home to you part. I wish that was a little longer. Like I could have took 6 to 8 more of those right there. Like that build to that was so great. And up until that point, the song is pretty good. I can see how somebody would think it was okay, but I thought it was pretty good. And then when that coming back home to you right there, and that drum comes in, and he does that, oh, like that part, I was like, oh, yes, I'm coming home, baby. Like, because it made me think of somebody who's been in a relationship and shit's been kind of hectic lately, and you don't know what's going on. So you guys maybe like you go stay at a hotel or at a friend's house for a couple of days, and you start reflecting on everything that y'all been through, and you're like, man, like I'm coming back home. Like, yes, I'm a mess, but I'd rather be stuck with you. Yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. Like the stuck with you part is kind of like, ooh, that's crazy, but it's like, man, like we're gonna make this thing work. We're in it together. We're stuck together. So I connect with that song because I like, you know, we've all been in relationships like that at some point. So I really rock with it though. I like it.
For sure, man. And like even what you were saying about the yes, I'm a mess, but at the end of the day, like some people have like this mentality of like, oh, I gotta have all my stuff together before I come into this situation, you know, or even vice versa. You're like, you know, something's not adding up there. That's not like a huge red flag, but you know, like we all got stuff that we're always going through. And a lot of the time we got to appreciate what we have at the time. And so that's why like that connection with that lyric is crazy, man. You feel, bro, I was in church for that pocket in that breakdown at the end. I was crying. I felt the spirit. It was all up in here, man. That choir feel of the background vocals when they came in with those drums.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. That's why I was feeling the end. That's when I looked at Tone's face. I was like, oh, he's checked out. He's out of here.
Yeah, Toby checking out, man. You got to basically have Nas on every track, but you don't know when he gonna post in. Just like, yeah, Godson, Queensbridge, just to come in and just do that for Tony to stay checked in.
Tony loves something and just be the Jay-Z head nod gift that's just like in the corner, just stiff. Just stiff.
Put the glasses on, but he ain't giving you nothing facial, but he just.
It was that, but this ain't even that kind of groove. He was just on the piano singing slow. It was just,
you just said you like the keys, man. What more do you want?
What can I do to that? I'm giving this track. It almost got a 2.5 if it wasn't for that nice.
What if you don't get up out of this?
The end say that I'm giving it a 3.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm giving it a 4.5, man. It's the couple things that would have made it a 5, but those are biased opinions of mine. You know, like that would literally be me telling him, no, do it like this for me specifically. But it's 4.5 for your boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 too, man, just because I keep saying this, but I really like the energy and the direction and the emotion that he has, that ability to draw out of somebody with music. At least not everybody, I guess in Tony's case, but you know, at least that feeling that I'm able to tap in with for this at least. I'm gonna give it a solid 4.
Okay, cool, man. Well, let's get on to the next track. We're going on to Take Me Away. We're still on this musical trip with Daniel Caesar. Go ahead and check us out in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Yeah. Goddamn Sid.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Oh,
Goddamn
back
Sid.
in, man.
We back. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I Sid is, man, she's almost like the R&B Drake. And I know that's weird to say because Drake does R&B and rap, but like she can take a track over and like just that small little part. You just was like, man, that's somebody's favorite part of that track. Hell, it's my favorite part of the track.
Oh yeah,
like,
when she came in real quick, I was like, yo, okay.
And she comes in and just like, hey y'all, what's up? I'm grabbing some Doritos real quick. All right,
hey,
I'm out of here. Y'all
was on this record. What's up?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Be easy now.
Yeah, y'all see what it is. All right now. Praise God. Y'all stay up. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody good? All right, man. Hey, good seeing you. All right.
Take me away. You know what I'm saying?
What was that? Oh, it's crazy, man. I can't hear you, man. That's crazy.
No. I'm gonna be right back. I see you in about 16 tracks.
Real quick. I'm gonna just grab something real quick. All right now.
I left something in the whip real quick. I'll be right back. You know, I just
Yeah, NBA Live Girl. I did say that about Kalani. Actually, I said that about Masego on Kalani's album, NBA Live Girl. I said that about Masego. Masego can do that too. Like he comes on the track and he does his thing and like never stays too long. It's never overbearing. He just comes
Less
in
is more.
like, yeah, man. He comes in, dresses it up, puts a bow tie on you, gives you a pocket square, dust off your shoulder, be like, all right, now, take it easy.
Okay, all right.
Good seeing y'all. Tell your mother I said hello. I rock with it, man. That song right there for me is something is, I don't know, man. It just feels good. It's a feel good track. That's something I would put on repeat. Like if I'm listening to a whole album all the way through, there are certain songs that stop me in my tracks and be like, let me run that back. Just like 6-7 more times real quick.
Yeah.
And that's one of those tracks for me. Run that one back. And then of course I'm a fan of Sid, so that right there, 5 all day long. You understand me? Clock stuck at 5 o'clock. That's a 5 all day long.
Hard 5, man. Hard 5. What I enjoyed about that song too, with how it sounded, is it almost sounded like a mix between the internet beat and what Daniel Caesar's been building sonic wise. You get that hard vibe, and just like the Kali Uchis feature at the top of this album, you could almost forget that Sid's on there until she slides in and be like, "Oh, y'all forgot about me. What's up, man? This is what I sound like. Don't forget."
Right.
Wow. Peace. Hard 5, man. Definitely has.
I'm giving it a 5 as well. I got nothing bad to say about this track, man. It was smooth. It was perfect. It was bumping. It got my attention, and I want to hear it again. No skips on that one. 5. Bold print 5.
Put that one on repeat, Tone?
Yes, indeed.
All right. I dig it. I think it's good to have you back, man. It's good to have you back on this track.
I'm back up in there. I never left.
Man.
You know
all right. Well, we're going on to the next track. The next track, this is the second to last track on the album. This one's called Transform. We're going to be starting this one in 3, 2, 1. That's the first time we ever got something out of Tony Baker instead of a hard stare.
You say what?
That's the first time we got something out of Tony Baker instead of a stare, like a hard stare. You gave us a little. You gave us a little Molly Rock right there, a Millie Rock. I'm sorry, Millie Rock on any
like Molly. I don't know if that's channel friendly.
I was grooving earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. All right, play butt. Okay, play butt. I like that joint too.
Man, hey, it was on the ropes in the beginning. I was like, oh man, because Daniel Caesar, he bores me when he goes too minimal. When he's just sitting there and it's nothing going on in the back and it's just him, I get bored with him. And then, but then once the beat switched, I was like, yes, I was all in after that. And the harmonies at the end when they was building, I like that in the background. I was liking that a lot. Man, it had a strong finish. Nice little guitar.
Yeah. Tone, I thought you were hard, man, but I haven't heard your rating, but San W gave it a 3.2. Brenda gave it a 3.5. They out here rating like Tony Baker, man. Stephen Ocon gave it a 3.5. Y'all a tough crowd. Ooh, child.
Man.
Tone, Josh, go ahead and give your cue on it, bro.
I'm a fan. Like I said this in the comments. I'm a fan of a tastefully added electric guitar. And it's sometimes unexpected in R&B. Sometimes you'll hear a loop that's tucked as a sample, but it kind of it punched through. It punched through the sonics towards the end. I like the second half of the song a little bit more. I'm gonna give this one a 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 4 because it, like I said, it held the vibe, but and a soft 4, because it held the vibe, but it's not gonna be the first one I'm gonna go click replay on to.
Okay. Deja gave it a 3. Ash Pass gave it a 3.25. Michael Peterson gave it a 2.5. Y'all are just being sticklers. Y'all are being sticklers right now. There is no song on there that should have been a 2.5 except for one, Let Tony Baker Tell It. Y'all are just being sticklers right now.
Tap me in.
Come on, bro. I'm gonna give that one a good 4.5 for me. I love the way songs build, and I love the guitar at the end too. That guitar came in heavy, like that right there. So if you were kind of drifted off on the little melodic part right there, it brought you back in. Like, oh, okay, we still working right here. We're still cooking. So I give that a solid 4.5, man. I like that joint right there all day. So we are getting to the last track.
Okay, this last track's 10 minutes long. Let me
we don't have to do. Yeah, we're not doing that.
I wanted to make sure we're all on the same page before we press play on that, because that's
a lot.
That's starting to cut into my hours here.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for a quiet screen. Just us looking at it, even with the dancing a little bit. Like that's a lot. So, where you want to cut off, Josh? You want to cut off right after the first half of it?
Yeah, that's fine. Somebody said the last song's a flaccid 3.5. I thought that was funny.
Oh my God, oh,
the word flaccid is just hilarious, bro. Especially funny. from how it sounds to how it's spelled. Sorry, man. Let's
flaccid 3.5. That's mad funny.
Oh my gosh. The last song is solid though. It has 2 parts of it, and there's a long gap. But I would encourage you guys to listen to that on your own. We're only going to do like the first half of it, but I enjoy the song. So let's go ahead and get this. I know, Charles. I feel you, bro. Maybe we'll do it on my IG Live or something. But everybody has something to do. Everybody's filming. We started at one. We're already at an hour and a half in, so we're gonna just kind of keep it to a certain minimum. We got to start bringing these hours down. So we're gonna get started on this.
It's a great song. I want to backpedal, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm smashing the song down. But
Tony, you want to lead us into this one?
Go ahead, Tony.
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna end it out right, man. He did 10 tracks. This is song number 10. Song number 10 is always important when you got a 10-track out. So let's see how he finishes. I haven't heard it, so let's see how he ends it with a bang. We're going into Freudian. And here we go, the title track in 3, 2, 1.
Tony, what are you typing? A book?
No, I didn't know if your mic was open. That listen, I like that, man. It was a nice little finish. I like the production. I fast forwarded to the second half, and the second half was boring.
It was boring to you?
Yeah, he slowed it down again, and it was just him and his thoughts.
He's an R&B singer, Tony. Let that man sing his life.
I fully respect it, but
I feel like you don't respect it, Tony, and I'm sick of your shit.
You know how it is when you're talking to somebody and they telling you their life story, but sometimes the delivery just be boring. They be telling you everything. Yeah, you know, I kicked heroin and, you know, I lost my family because of that. And then, you know, I was in court because, you know, my ex had me in court for the child support. And then, like, I found out they was going to raise my rent and I couldn't really, like, you know, keep up with the payments. And then I got into a shootout and I got shot in my hips. But, you know, it went through my hip and through the butt cheek, and I was fine. But, you know, it was kind of tough to get around you. That's how it is.
Oh, my God, man. you know what? I'm surprised you didn't try your hand at pimping because you hard on these hoes. I tell you that, Tony. You are hard on these hoes, man.
Because you gotta look at it like, how often am I going to come back to this track? Mm-hmm. How often am I going to skip that second half? That second half is skipped. Trust. As soon as this first piece die off, you're skipping to the next album.
Yeah. But I'll run back some tracks on the album. I was like, oh, this was nice. Let me run back to best part. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll run back some joints right there. The joint was
it's definitely run back on here. Get You, best part. Hold Me Down was dope.
Yeah.
To Take Me Away. I want to hear the end of that Transform again because I really like those harmonies at the end. Mm-hmm. But this last track, although the first half was good, I'm giving it a soft 3.5 for the first half.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that joint, man. Don't come at me when I like that joint, man. I would probably go like 4 on that one. That's as a standalone piece with just that part right there. The ending is a little somber, but again, like that's his story, and I had to remind myself of that. Like, I'm giving my opinions based on the type of music and the style I like, but sometimes I have to remove myself from the situation to look at a project sonically and cohesive, like how cohesive is it? And I thought that the whole album meshed together.
Oh, no, we're gonna skip right past that on the outro. Absolutely not.
Meshed
together.
You remember when Josh thought Sade was dead?
Oh,
come on, man. We're just having fun.
Yeah, get that heat off of me, Playboy. I thought it meshed together well, and all together it was a dope project. So, I would give that one a 4.
Are we doing song rating then overall rating, or are we doing song rating then coming back?
Just doing a song. Yeah, we're gonna come back for the album.
Okay, sorry, I missed that. I had to let somebody out. Man, I think it's a solid outro. Obviously, I missed the listening portion for this thing, but I've heard the song. I've heard the full song in its entirety. It's a great outro, and I think some outros are too short. But this one you obviously can't complain about that because you don't see 10-minute records on a lot of albums, period. But the vibe that you get from it, it feels like an outro record. I feel like the second part of that, what was it, the Transgressors song, I feel like there could have been an outro. One of the songs previously, the second part could have been an outro, but this one it felt more like an overall send-off. And I'm gonna give that a 4.
All right, cool. So overall ratings, I'll go first just because I know Tony finna tear it to shreds, so I feel like it'll be a compliment sandwich if it go me, Tony, then Josh. Tony with the bullshit with the food.
Man.
What are y'all talking about?
Hey, man. Hey, you are who you are, Tony. You are who you are, man.
Maybe y'all was too generous all the time.
Shut up, Tony. You came in talking about it was a classic album. You said classic album, man. Yeah, but watch Tony try to give it a 3.1. I would give overall, this album, on a scale of 5, and this one I do rate a little more difficult. I would probably give this one a 4.4. And I would do that just because for me, I really enjoyed it. I go back to Daniel Caesar's first album, John Legend's Love in the Future first album, John Legend's Love in the Future album. That album was magnificent for me. And they're just great projects. So based on that and just something that, because R&B, man, it's hard to like get somebody to sit down and listen to a whole R&B and it not just be about sex. Like he was talking about love, he's talking about breakups, he was talking about feelings, and it wasn't just sex. So I can appreciate him bringing content to the forefront, bringing talent, singing, instrumentation to the forefront, and it wasn't overdone by features. I like the fact that it wasn't overdone by features. Like, let us know who you are on your first project. It shouldn't be super feature heavy. We should really get to know you on an intimate sonic level, and I feel like he did a really good job with that on this album. So based off of that, 4.4 for your boy.
It started out Haymaker City, man. 5.5. I think a 4.5 on the third track, and then that's when it started getting kind of hit and miss for me. Still quality, but it was just like, but it's hard to maintain that kind of momentum when you come out the gate like that. I did like I said, sometimes though he would just take me out of it with the tone and like, I just wasn't fully invested in it. His lyrics wasn't really getting to my soul all the time when he would slow it down. Although, some of the songwriting was dope, I was just still kind of like, all right, what am I doing? So I'm gonna give it like a 3.8 overall. 3.8 overall.
And that's exactly what I knew Tony was gonna do. He's gonna come in here and just cause a lot of ruckus and stir up some shit. Like everything's done. Like you ever go someplace and the spread is beautiful, like the food and all of that. Tony's the person that comes through and stir it up real quick.
Oh,
like,
you just fumble again, huh? Okay, keep going.
He stir it up real quick and mess up everything. Like the potato salad got the eggs on it and all of that. He just come through and just put his hand in it. And
he was steering all over.
Good. It's still good. You can still eat that. It just don't look as pretty. It's like you didn't have to do that, bro. Go ahead, Josh.
Man, well, like Tone said, this probably had some of the first two dang it.
Look at you, Josh. Yeah.
My tongue fumbled and my body followed.
Josh fell down the steps.
I'm finishing here. I really like the first two records of this album, period. End of sentence.
He fell down the steps with the groceries, baby.
Yeah. I was face down with the arm back like a Family Guy. Anyway, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. No, it's tough, and I even said it at the beginning. It's almost a risk to take to have those two solid of records back to back leading off, because yes, you're gonna get that third song play, but if I was a stickler, I might have checked out if I didn't feel that same energy from when I did the first two. But you definitely you get different sprinkles of emotion throughout this album, and I like how it kind of turns and navigates through. There was definitely some songs in there that I might skip if I'm just kind of like skimming through something, or if I'm skimming through this album. But this definitely has a timeless feel for it in terms of like replay. Like you could literally discover this album now, and it sounds like it just came out. And I feel like it, or at least when it did in 2017. But I do like that gospel emotion that you felt in some of the records, at least a lot of the records, you can really tell that influence was heavy. I'm going to give this one, I'm going to give it a hard 4.
Okay. That's not too far from me, Josh. To hear out here making me feel bad, that's not bad at all.
Whatever, Tony. Don't try to link up with Josh, bro. He's still in the 4s at least.
Yeah, man. Don't come on this side, bro. We're safer on this side. We fumble once in a while, but we're safer on this side. North of the 4 equal, greater than or equal to.
Yeah.
3.8 is dope.
That's still a good album. I would still listen to an album that was a 3.8. I still listen to that.
Anything above a 4 is getting a replay.
Oh yeah, for sure. So like we like to do new albums when they come out, but when the weeks are slow, we will revisit older albums. So if you guys want to suggest something, make sure you follow Best Silent Listening Party on Instagram, and you can shoot your suggestions there. We'll take them into consideration. We got a lot of we've already kind of compiled a list of albums we want to listen to. I saw some people in the chat talking about Anderson .Paak. Of course, we're going to listen to Anderson's first major debut. That joint is Malibu's just it goes without saying. We definitely got to do that one. Somebody say J Electronica. I would not be mad at that. Josh, you had said somebody you had just posted.
I was going back and forth with a couple people. Lucky's
Lucky Day. Yeah, I would love to do Lucky Day's album. And then we would like to give y'all some new people too if y'all are up for it. Josh, you had mentioned somebody. You sent it to me yesterday.
This dude. I don't know if you guys have heard of him yet. Hold on, real quick. I have it up. Frankie Hill. DJ Booth did like a write-up on him, like I think Monday, but he put out like this little 5 to 6 track little album, bro. But that intro record was fire. The song was called High by Frankie Hill. And you immediately connect it because it's like, bro, he's talking about regular stuff that a lot of us I think can relate to, and I think that's missing, but he has a sound already. But anyway, go check that out. That's maybe a project that I would like to cover. There was a lot of really good suggestions, like Anderson .Paak. That's an easy go. Oh, Free Nationals would be fire. And honestly, we could do that soon because, or not too soon. Actually, I'll find the exact date. But I got to work on the documentary behind that album. And maybe if we could do that around the release, that could be kind of cool.
Josh be working, man.
Yo, Josh is out here, man.
It's kind of crazy, man. This quarantine's been like, I've gone up and down a lot mentally with like, man, I feel there was so much I wanted to try and complete creatively, but a lot of stuff that I've been working on over the past year is finally coming out, and it's kind of just hitting like in a crazy wave that it's interesting though. I mean, this is about to get a little fake deep. My imposter syndrome, I feel like, is at an all-time high in the sense of there's a lot of days where I'm like, man, I feel like I know I could be better at this. So I don't necessarily know if I qualify myself as said editor, as said videographer, as said whatever. But kind of seeing your name in a credit on something, you're like, okay, well, I did it. It's weird to try and celebrate it though, because I don't necessarily feel like mentally all the way there sometimes with that type of celebration. It's like it's weird for me to celebrate those wins.
Josh, you filmed, directed, and produced a whole entire documentary for Kev. You captured all the footage.
Man.
It's got mad views. And honestly, no exaggeration at all, Josh, when I get down, when I'm feeling uncreative, when I'm feeling like I ain't got what it takes, I watch that documentary. That's why I hit Kev up like, yo, what's the documentary? Because I was having one of those days. He's like, oh, we had to take it down to get the comments back. I was freaking out without that piece of work, bro.
Oh, man.
You did that shit, bro. Stop downplaying your greatness, King. You got this, bro.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
Documentary is amazing. If you guys have not seen it, go look at Calculated Risk right now. It's Kev on Stage documentary, and Josh filmed all the content, all the footage for it, all the pictures, did all the producing, directing people to answer questions, all the editing. Josh did all of that by himself on the road, didn't lose any camera equipment. He is the man.
I lost mad batteries and chargers because that was our first tour.
Yeah, I remember.
And that was like 2 a.m. already. Oh man, I left so many. That was an L.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for those words, bro.
It's on YouTube. That. So if you're on YouTube right now, if you leave here, go watch that documentary. I'm gonna mess around and watch it again right now. I love
it's crazy hearing that though to hear, because like watching like the Road to Homecoming that J. Cole did, that documentary, that little HBO miniseries that kind of came out leading up to that main documentary. That's what kind of drew me into wanting to make docs, and mainly because I got that inspirational emotion. So to be able to invoke that, or kind of know that a piece of mine, something that I created, like that's an underlining narrative that I always want to at least try and imply or try and like leave that resonates with somebody. So to hear those words out of you, bro, that means more than what you could think of, bro. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it and enjoyed it, bro.
Yo, that documentary was so good. You know how when you watch something that you're in, it kind of takes you out of it a little bit. You're like, oh yeah. When I watched that documentary, I was just like, yo, this is a documentary.
Man.
Wow. It was like I wasn't even a part of any of it at all. It was just like, wow, this is a documentary right here from a documentary filmmaker. It was super dope, man. And I get what Josh is saying though. Like when you're in it and you're doing it, other people be like, yo, you did that. But you be like, yeah, but I'm on to the next, because you always trying to look for the next project or the next inspiration or the next thing. As we create and do stuff, you know, the people appreciate it. We still holding on to this, but your mind, you already like, all right, I gotta do something else. At least that's how I do it.
Yeah, and being
like,
and like,
cool.
I was gonna say, and like forcing yourself to be content and celebrate that one little, like regardless if it's little or not, that win. I'm understanding it's so necessary, but it's also hard for me to just sit in it, because a part of me doesn't even like all this emotion around it. I don't know if it's like the praise or whatever, but it's weird for me. And I don't know if it's because it's things that I've been wanting to do for so long, in the sense of like, oh, I want to create a documentary, I want to do this and this. And once it starts happening, it almost feels like it's surreal, to where it's hard to feel it. But you know, that's a bigger conversation.
Really quickly, somebody was asking, where do you send suggestions to? Go to the Instagram page for Best Silent Listening Party. That's the name of the page. I posted a picture and I tagged it on my page as well. You can literally hit the link from there. You can send the suggestions to the inbox right now. It's called Best Silent Listening Party. Go there and you send your suggestions right there, and we'll go through them.
Tahir, did you see what Sinwat 2000 said about you can make your names blue, like for the moderators? That way, when y'all talk, it sticks out in the chat. He said, wow. Tahir, Josh, me, moderators. If we're moderators, it will turn their names blue in the chat.
Well, mine's okay. I'll do that. Because mine comes through yellow, but I will figure out how to do that so it'll pop up in the chat then. Anthony Reynolds. Hold on, let me make sure it was Anthony Reynolds. Yeah, Anthony Reynolds. I got your donation, bro. I appreciate it. It looks like you were trying to send a link for Spotify, maybe some of your music. I would definitely check it out, but send it to my Instagram, bro, because I can't click the link from Cash App. So go ahead and just send me a message on Instagram, and I will check that right away and listen to the project right now. I can't listen to everybody's stuff. I try to listen to as much as I can. I love music. I'm a fan of music. I support music. I'm going to put y'all on something right now, because this brother reached out to me on Twitter, and he's like, yo, if you don't mind checking out my stuff. And he sent the link in there because it was easy. It was convenient. So I always remember that if you want somebody to check out your stuff, make it convenient. But his name on Bandcamp is Brown Sounds. Is BRWNSOUNDS. And I listened to the project that he sent me, and I was like, oh, yo, this is dope. So much, in fact, that I went ahead and bought it.
I was gonna say, Bandcamp's doing a really good job supporting artists right now, because they're making a lot of their music purchasable for like digital download, I believe, right?
Yeah, digital download. And I just keep everything in the Bandcamp app. But like, I went through and listened to it, and he has like maybe like 4 or 5 projects, but I bought all of them, bro. Like, that's his.
Hard.
I bought all 4 or 5 of his projects. I'm a fan, bro, and now I'm a fan of 5 projects from him. I'm a real fan. So, Aaron, go ahead and send me that on Instagram with the link in there, and I will check it out from there. Josh, we probably need to get some more pictures, because Tony's probably gonna be here for a minute if he's able to. So at some point, Tony, we might need to go up to Kev's office and shoot some more pictures real quick, just so we can get this going and really kind of brand this. If you guys are still liking it, we're gonna get it going.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let me know when.
Yeah. Real quick though, man, I went ahead and bought the Alchemist, because Alchemist did all the beats for the Fetty album. That was Currency and Freddie Gibbs. Bro, the digital download for just the instrumentals, and keep in mind, it's only 9 tracks, was $30.
What?
Oh, he's wilding, bro. I'm gonna hit Amir and see what's going on in his head, because Amir knows him. But Amir, I heard Alchemist is an interesting dude period. So
I would love to get him down, bro. Because they had a couple presses of it too, like on vinyl, and the vinyl of it was like all yellow. It was dope as hell, and it's sold
you need
out
that.
so fast. Yeah, the vinyl was going for like 100, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, right? But it was yellow. It was dope. Collector's edition. You're never probably gonna see it again. They might not press it again. So I wish I could have got it, but they sold out way too fast. But it's dope.
Alchemist is dope, man. He got a deep catalog.
Hell yeah,
deep catalog, man.
Absolutely, man. Real quick, so if you guys got any albums you want to tell them about, Josh, you already mentioned yours. I'm gonna put you guys onto Aaron Abernathy. I put it in the chat, and then I also have it as my name on the screen. He has a project out called Dialogue. I think it's dope. It's very conscious music. It's like a more conscious Anderson to me. The style of music, a lot of instrumentation. You got like some people talking over the back, and it's dope. I just like that project. So if y'all get a chance, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music. I actually bought the album, right? I actually heard it playing in a record store, a actual record store. I was like, damn, what is that? And he was like, yeah, it's this album. I was like, give it to him. I had never heard it do before. Bought it on the strength, and then listened to it on Apple and Spotify, and it's just dope. So get a second, check that out. Aaron Abernathy. The project is called Dialogue, and you will like that. Tony, you got anything you want to suggest people check out?
Shoot, nothing. Does it have to be new?
No, it can be whatever, bro.
All right. I'm gonna put y'all on the cat that Josh put me on to. Radimus.
Ah.
Yeah. It's a hip hop joint. Cat named Radimus. I'm not sure what the vibe is in this chat usually. I don't know if y'all lean R&B but
pretty open, bro.
Yeah,
okay.
they just like
Radimus. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Josh put me on to that. He sent it to me, and I listened to it. I was like, yo, this is dope. And of course, Sir's album, Chasing Summer, was constantly getting played by me. I definitely recommend those two.
Bro, I have been listening to John Redcorn on repeat since the video. And you know what? A video has never had that effect on me in my life.
Really?
Never in my life. Not to the point where the visuals of it made me go back and revisit the album that tough. Like I would go back and revisit maybe that day or something like that, but like literally nonstop since the video dropped, I played Sir's album probably like a good 60 times. And that song, John Redcorn, like I'm sure if they did like my most recent or most played songs right now, it would probably be at the top of the list. I've had
that song is amazing.
Yeah, I got a question. What did you feel about that Mood record, Officer?
The
Mood is wait, is that the one with Jill? That's not the one with Jill.
No, that's the one with Zakari. I was just asking because you said the visuals have a like a strong influence on going back to a record or not. So I was just wondering if you saw the music video for it. But
I haven't seen the music video for that one.
That's the song is If I Ain't in the Mood or I Ain't in the Mood.
Oh yeah, I Ain't in the Mood, man. That album, y'all, that was one of my favorite albums of 2019. If y'all haven't heard it, I asked Sir himself, I was like, what's your favorite tracks on that album? He was like, the one with Jill Scott.
Yeah.
He said Mood, the Steel Blue with Jill, those were the two that he picked.
Okay.
So yeah, John Redcorn and You Can't Save Me were my most played from that album.
John Redcorn, that beat is crazy, bro. That was probably the standout record with me just pressing play on it immediately, or like the first pass. But now I'm interested to see the visual because that's still a song that I'll go back to, but I just haven't sat.
The visual is an homage to the King of the Hill cartoon.
Oh, that just came out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember I saw clips of it, but that's fire. That's super sick. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, man. That's dope. Well, listen, man, we're not going to hold too much of your time. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all, man. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to do this weekly. So please tune in. Make sure you follow Best Silent Listening Party on Instagram. It is the best way to stay up to date on what we got going on and also what albums we're going to be posting, because I post so much on my page. I don't want you to miss it on my page. But if you're following that Instagram page, it will pop up in your feed once you start liking stuff. So you got to trick the algorithm. You got to make sure you follow. Please follow all of us on social media and on Instagram. And on YouTube, Facebook, everything. So you can stay up to date with everything that everyone has going on. And we will see y'all next time. Oh, real quick, before let me. I will be remiss, real quick. I don't know if I'll be able to get it right now, but I can't. I have to do a little extra stuff. But thank you to everybody that made donations in the super chat or super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And thank you for the Cash Apps, y'all.
And the Cash App so much. Thank you so much. We will see y'all next time. Peace.